Oh, this is such a big conversation, and we could talk about just this sort of
Yeah.
stuff, couldn't we? And there's something that we call spirit of place as well. So
Okay. Yeah.
by empowering the space or the space that we're in, we're acknowledging the spirit that exists within that space, or the spirits that exist within that space, us being an aspect of that. So, for example, in many cultures, but in my own lineage, in paganism, when you enter a house, you also speak to the spirit of the house. So you introduce yourself to that spirit, and you don't need to know what the spirit is, or it's really just an energy that you're introducing yourself, that creates the container that you're walking into. So you're walking into a physical house that holds the spirit of everything that's been in that space before you, like every human being that's ever lived in that building, every conversation that's been had. You can't uncreate that energy. It might go to sleep and dissipate, but it still exists. Everything once created is always created. So when we walk into these spaces, we're just conscious of stepping over that threshold again and being aware of the totality of our environment and all the aspects that are involved in that, all of the ancestors or the people that have come before us. If we're standing on land and doing ceremony on country or on land, that we are calling in the directions. We're asking permission of the land and the ancestors that came before us, for example. These are absolutes, as far as I'm concerned, for any work at all that's to do with ceremonial or ritual on land. And the medicine that we're bringing in as well, whether we're working with conversational medicine, whether we're working with plant medicine, whatever it is, we're speaking to the spirit, not just the physical manifestation of that in this now moment, if that makes sense. So by speaking to the spirit, we're empowering the space, and therefore empowering ourselves as well. And we're covering off right relationship, we're covering off offering and reciprocity and reverence. It's all happening in that moment of taking that time to introduce yourself